Okay, for these interest problems or investment problems, need to know the equations for, so it says each CD was invested for 4 years. And A, it's 4,000 invested annually at a rate of 4.5%. B, it's $3,950 or $3,950 invested semi-annually at 4.5%. And C is $3,900 invested continuously at 4.5%. So first, I like to just make sure I have all my equations set up. So for this one, we know we have 4,000. We know it was 4 years, and we have 4.5% and annually. So annually is once a year. So for this, we're going to have to use A equals, here, we have A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. Okay, so we have A equals our P, which is our principal price, which is 4,000. It's right here. So we'll do 4,000. Then in parentheses, we have 1 plus our rate is 4.5%, but we have to divide it by 100 to make it so it fits correctly and it's not a percentage. So that'll be 0.045 over, and then N is our rate, or our times a year. So annually is once a year, so we just put it over 1. And then we have NT, which is 1, and we have 4 years. Okay, so we can move that down here now. So for A, we have A equals 4,000 for our principal price, 1 plus 0.045 for our rate, and once a year times once a year again for 4 years. So now we know we have 4,000. We work inside the parentheses. So we have 1 plus 0.05 over 1 is just 0.045. 1 times 4 is just 4. So we do 4,000. 1 plus 0.045 is 1.045 to the 4th. Okay, now we do, what do we have? 1.045 to the 4th power. And we get 1.19. So now that we have that, or 1.19, I'll do multiple 25. So now that we have this number, all that we have left is to multiply it by 4,000. So we multiply by 4,000, and we get our answer. We get $4,770.07. Okay, now for B, we're going to use the same equation because it's not continuous. The only continuous one is C, which we'll have to change the equation for. But now we have semi-annually, so it's going to be twice a year. So we're going to have to change our N. So, and we have a different value as well here. So we're going to start with our principal, which is $3,950. And then we have 1 plus our rate stays the same at 0.045, but our N changes and becomes 2 because it's semi-annually, twice a year. And parenthesis, we have twice a year again, and for 4 years. Try and separate that. For 4 years. So then to simplify, we do 3,950. 1 plus, in our calculator, we can do 0.045 divided by 2. We get 0.0225. 0.225. And then 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, now we can add that. So we'll get 1.0225 to the 8th times 3,950. Next, we take this number. We're going to raise it to the 8th power. And we get 1.1948. And then finally, we multiply it by our principal price to see how much it went up. 3,950. Multiply. We get our final answer, which is $4,719.58. Okay. So now we finish these first two. Both of them use the same equation, A equals P 1 plus, in parentheses, 1 plus R over N to the NT. But now we have a problem that says continuously. So now our equation changes. So for C, our equation will change to the continuous one, which is A equals P E to the RT. So now we just fill in our variables. A equals P, which in this case changes to $3,900. Okay, and then we have E, and then our rate stays the same at 4.5%, so 0.045, and then time, 4 years. Okay, now we can just fill the rest out on our calculator. So 0.045 times 4 to get our exponent here. We get 3,900 e to the 0.18. Now I like to do the exponent first and then multiply. So I do second ln, which gives us e to the whatever power we need. So in this case, 0.18, enter. And we get 1.1972 ... And now we have that. So we just hit multiply by our principal, which is 3,900. Multiply these two because we already found this. This equals that. Multiply that. We get our final answer at $4,669.15.